Art of Relationship show is copywritten. No one is to use any portion of the show without express written consent from myself, Greg Dzinski, or the Art of Relationships. Thank you.
Welcome to the Art of Relationship show. Greg welcomes live calls from listeners in helping with numerous marital and relationship problems. There will be no more tit-for-tat arguments. Greg gets to the root of couples' challenges in a rapid, matter-of-fact format, plus applies compassion and humor. Join in discovering how to improve your relationship and your own life. Listen, laugh, and climax. Greg is a licensed professional counselor in the state of Michigan. To others, he's simply known as Detroit's love guru.
Hey, welcome everybody. Happy Friday. We are going to have a Freaky Friday today, people, okay? As I try to sit up straight in the chair. As always, you can give me a call with your questions, comments, any insights at 313-736-5157. One more time, 313-736-5157. And as always, you can also join me in the chat below, throw your questions out there. I might mention, just your first name. Keep it private. I want to respect your privacy and keep you anonymous if you so wish to be, okay? If you don't want me to use your name or whatever, or you do want me, Greg, it's okay. Use my first name, that type of thing. Usually I don't mention names of people that call in, whatever, unless they give me permission. Okay, Greg, you can, give me your first name. You can use my first name. That's cool. Now, I want to talk about a Freaky Friday subject, people. And this is talked about, or maybe you're afraid to talk about it in your relationship. And this is about sexual taboos, okay? What are your sexual taboos? Do you know what they are? Do you know what your partner's sexual taboos are? And I'd love to, I'd love to hear what yours are. And you know what? It's not a right or wrong. Everybody has boundaries, okay? Absolutely. You know what? I deal with a lot of couples that are swingers, that are poly, that are in open relationships. And of course, one-on-one, either heterosexual, lesbian, gay, couples as well. So I work with a wide dynamic. I want people to be happy as long as, they're not hurting themselves or hurting anybody else. You know what? Knock yourself out, whatever works best for you, okay? So, getting on to a sexual taboo aspect. How many people, know what yours are, but you don't share them? There ain't no way I'm ever going to do that, but your partner doesn't know it, okay? Or maybe your partner has a fantasy, wants to do that, but they're afraid to share it. And as I've done a show on fantasies, and I said, there is a consequence. You share what you want to try or what you want to do, you can't take that back. And you know what? It might cause a rift in your relationship, or oh my God, you're sick, you're a freak. You understand where that goes, and you can't really come back from that without, some serious help. And this goes for men and women. It's not, everybody assumes, men are dogs and freaks, whatever. There's a lot of women out there that own their sexuality and that are sexual freaks. Gotta love it, right? And the men are very maybe reserved and conservative type aspect, and it causes a rift in your relationship. So, you know what? Let's hear it. I'd love to hear, what your taboos are. Does that mean, no booty hole play? With maybe fingers, or even, what about, kissing or little rim job kissing, licking the booty hole? Is that totally off limits? And it's funny, I know an uncle, Dak Shepard here in the metro, Detroit area where he was born and raised, and watching Chips and, give, a lot of people might not have loved the movie. I love the movie. It's freaking hilarious. And they even talk about, the booty hole and stuff in the movie and one of the scenes, and it was hilarious. I'm laughing now. So I want to know maybe you want no anal play at all. No kissing, no, even finger aspects, play at all. And the booty hole has a lot of nerve endings that a lot of people don't understand, and it could be pleasurable. Now again, what your taboos are, they're yours. And I talk about this. You have a right to have boundaries set up for you. And talking about sexual taboos, are there any out there that, you know what, you want to try, but you know what, it was a taboo because of religious practices, because how you were raised, or talking to friends, or talking whatever. Oh my God, never let this happen, never do this, never do that. And it's your life, it's not their life. Because they don't like something or think something's gross or sick or whatever, doesn't mean you should. It's your own life, and what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy, that's up to you. And maybe some things you want to try, but you think it's taboo, and it makes you, oh, I'm sick, I'm perverted, I'm a deviant, sexual deviant type of thing. And you know what? Not at all. But you know what? Have you talked about this with your partner? Have you even reconciled this with your own self and understand that you want to try something? And you know what? But you don't know if you should bring it up. Bring it up, okay? Talk about certain things. No, I'm not into that. You need boundaries. Absolutely. You know what? That doesn't mean everybody is into threesomes. I'm not. I'm one-on-one. I've talked about this before. You know what? But it's okay. If people love them, want to try them, are into them, you know what? That's your thing. Because it's not mine doesn't mean I can't help you. I'm not judgmental. I'm not biased. So what better of a platform to talk about this or bring this up on a Friday? So I'm going to name this a Freaky Friday, and going after your sexual taboos. Maybe there's your sexual taboo is, oh my God, because you have body image aspects. You know what? I'm never going to have sex with, you know what, my shirt off. And this goes, I've run into gentlemen and I've run into ladies, both have been in this situation where, oh my God, I'm not going to take my shirt off because I'm embarrassed of my body. Oh my God, I have this fat roll, I have this, I have little boobs, you know, sagging boobs down to my knees type of thing. And to be able to own your sexuality and be able to own, you know what, your own body, that's what I want you to go after. I would love you to be comfortable in your own skin, no matter what that skin is. You get me? So, you know, are your sexual taboos based on insecurities? Are they based on, I already said, maybe religious beliefs or how you were raised? A lady doesn't do that. A gentleman doesn't ever do that. You know what? That's crazy. I want you to form your own opinion. I want you to form and evolve your own sexual identity and your own, you know what? I want you to own your sexual identity and not base it on other people. You get me? That are not based on who raised you, not based on religious beliefs. And I'm not, you know, not bashing religion at all, but I want you to own your own sexuality. If it's, you know, consensual, if it's, you know, based on, you know, your own consent and two adults consenting, have at it, okay? It doesn't make you a deviant, evil, a bad person at all. It makes you human. So thinking about your sexual taboos, you know what are they? Are they, I talked about, you know, anal sex. Maybe your sexual taboo is oral sex. Maybe there's, you know, I've talked about this, maybe some guys, you know what, they love getting blowjobs, but you know what? Oh God, heaven forbid, I'll never go down on my lady. That's yuck. And I'm like, really? Why is that? I want you to understand, you know what? You have a sexual taboo. Why is it there? Number one, I said, right? Everybody has boundaries, okay? And that needs to be recognized. It needs to be, you know, respected, okay? But you look at the elements to where why is it a sexual taboo? I'm curious. I want to know, why is it? Because you think it's gross. Why do you think it's gross? Why do you think it's sick? Why do you think, oh my God, I'm a lady and I don't do that, or I'm a gentleman and oh my God, if I ever did that, I'd be so disrespected. I would be, you know, looked upon as some, you know, sexual monster, you know, that type of aspect. I want you to be able to explore what is sexual taboo to you. Not only that, why is it in place? Is it in place based on your past? Maybe baggage, maybe trauma. You get that? You know, maybe sexual abuse, maybe rape survivors. I get all that. Okay, I want you to explore not only what your taboos are, but I want to know where you got them from, where you learned them from. You know what? If it's something you tried and you didn't like, awesome, that's okay. You know what? But maybe you tried. That's, you know what, and what is keeping you from trying a certain thing? Is it your mindset? Is it, you know, your own concept of how sex should be, how making love should be? And nothing is going to detour that. Nothing is going to help you evolve that, grow that, maybe expand that, where you can reach, even, a greater, I think, a greater intimate connection with your partner, emotionally and physically, and being able to share those aspects. And some people, sex is here, right? It's good. I don't know if you can see my hand. Sex is good. It's okay. But then a lot of people might have sexual relations with their partner where it's like, whoa, baby, it's up there, it's kicking, you understand? And my question is, where would you like your sexual relationship to be at? Would you like it to be here, or do you want it to be off the hook type of thing? And I'm not talking just a physical pleasure. I'm talking about being able to share each other's what you want, what your desires are. And some sexual taboos that some people have are based on insecurities. They're based on how they think about themselves, how they're raised. And I want you to put that to rest and not use that as an excuse anymore, okay? Some people have, their sexual taboo. I'm never going to talk dirty. I'm a lady. I'm not, I'm a good person. I'm never going to do that. And there's guys out there, too, that they're ladies. They're craving, call me a slut, call me whatever, and they want it and they crave it. It's the animalistic passion that you share between each other, and some people are afraid to go after it, okay? Some people are afraid to go after it because, I ask people, are you afraid that you actually might like, whatever your sexual taboo or taboos are? Maybe that's an issue with you too. You're afraid that you might like it, that you might enjoy it. And, oh my God, if I do enjoy it, what's that make me? It makes you human. That's it. It makes you human. It makes you have, control over your own sexual identity. Nobody else does. It's you, okay? Which is the way it should be, or the way I promote, okay? So there's that type of aspect where, there's guys that are very conservative, that are very, I can't, she's my wife, the mother of my kids. I can't ever say this. And she's craving it. She's demanding it. She wants it so bad to, dirty talk and, pet names in the bedroom, that type of thing. And or maybe her hair pulled and the guy, I can't do that. It's the mother of my children or my wife. I have this, wife complex. Now she's no longer a sexual object. She's no longer a sexual being because she's my wife or she's a mother. That type of aspect. So there's guys out there that do that, and there's women out there that, all of a sudden maybe they were freaky and now they have a child or they're married and all of a sudden that goes away because wife equals no longer being a sexual being. I'm married. I'm no longer supposed to be wild and crazy in bed because I'm supposed to be a gentleman. I'm supposed to be a respectful husband. What got you to be married in the beginning, right? What got you? You were in love. You have a great, passionate sex life. Why should that go because of you're a mother now, or you're a wife now, or you're a husband, or you're a father now? You get me? Why should that change? It shouldn't, okay? And with sexual taboos, it's sort of, ironic how many people might want to try certain things and they go after it and they crave it, but they're afraid to talk about it because what their partner is going to maybe think, number one, but also, is that going to change how my partner feels about me? And it's not a bad or, it's not a right or wrong thing. It's not a bad thing. It's about being human, okay? And that's where I want you to be able to, put the sexual taboos away. Again, you know what? We all have boundaries. We all have things that, sexual taboos, and we'll never go there. Like me, I'll never be a swinger. But I work with a lot of couples that are in the lifestyle, that are singers. That's cool. I'm like, whatever makes you happy, you get me, and how I can help you. But we all have our boundaries, and they should be in place. But, certain, sexual taboos are in place, and maybe, maybe they shouldn't be. Maybe by erasing some of your sexual taboos, that will, bring you even closer together, make you even more connected and more intimate emotionally, physically, and verbally. How many people would love that? Create those elements and enhance those issues even a little bit. Maybe you're afraid of that. A lot of people might be afraid of getting that close and that, animalistic, that raw, and that connected with your partner because, let's face it, maybe they would leave. Maybe they would leave and, oh my God, I would never ever find that again. So maybe people hold back and have sexual taboos based on that they're afraid to fully give of themselves, or they're, not only that, but they're also afraid to receive all the pleasure that they desire or crave or they fantasized about. They're afraid to receive those things. Stop being afraid, okay? I want you to go after it. I want you to be able to, maybe reduce your sexual taboos and, look at, like I said, you got to explore what the hell they are first, okay? And then you have to look at, why do I have that? Why do I have that sexual taboo? Is it based on my own concept of my own sexual identity or how sex or making love should be? Or, is it because of based on insecurities? Is it based on belief systems? Is it, that might be faulty, okay? Because what you were told and what you were taught, doesn't make it right. And it definitely doesn't make it right for you. So you need to look at that. How we're raised might not always be the right way. Might not always be proper. They might mean well. Parents, grandparents, whoever raised you, aunts, uncles, their intentions might be good, but they also might be smothering and get you in a mindset that doesn't fully, evolve your sexuality. It doesn't fully make you comfortable in your own skin when it comes to sex. So that's where I want you to challenge your sexual taboos. Where do they come from? And, why are they in place? And then we can go ahead and, work on reducing those. And, maybe to expand your sexuality is always a great thing, okay? Again, in the confines of what you deem is, good for you and pleasurable, not based on what other people say or what other people think or how you were raised and that type of thing. That's selfish of those other people. Maybe, they're telling you this thing based on their own comfort level. Think about that. Maybe it's their own comfort level that they're stuck at and they'll never evolve, and they want you to keep yourself there because, oh my God, if you like a certain thing, right, that means maybe they're going to evolve or grow or maybe be looked at to grow and evolve, and they don't want that. So they'll bash you if you like a certain, sexual aspect. You love, say, anal sex. You love oral sex. And they're like, oh my God, how could you? I'll never. You understand? Because of their own discomfort, because of their own belief systems, right? People, right, likes stick together. And if people go against what other people like or whatever type of aspect, there's discomfort. They want to bash you. They want to, So maybe think about that. Maybe your sexual taboos were developed based on other people's discomfort in their own belief systems. That's selfish, okay? You need to have your own belief systems and what works for you and how you want to expand it, okay? It's not a bad thing. Go after it. You know what? Keep your boundaries. I get all that. Reduce your sexual taboos, though, at the same time. Maybe try certain things. Try something you never want, Maybe you sort of are curious, but it's taboo. I can't do that because if I like it, I'm sick. I'm perverted. No. It makes you human again. So if you want to try something, go ahead and try it. Reduce your sexual taboos. And if it doesn't work for you, if it's not for you, that's okay. At least you tried it, okay? It's one of those things, regrets. We don't like them, do we? But you get to decide your own boundaries, okay? Nobody else. Not society, not relatives, not how you were raised. You do. So look at what your what your sexual taboos are and why are they in place? What scares you about them? What, belief systems do you have? And I want you to challenge them, okay? And be able to grow and evolve your sexual identity and your, your sexual self. Go after it and you be the sexual you, okay? Make sure you check out my website, theartofrelationships.org, not .com, .org, theartofrelationships.org, and also you can find my book. I'm gonna give a props for it. There it is. The relationship guide. I'm sorry. Tools to Ignite Love and Intimacy. It's the enhanced edition. Came out with it 2 months ago now. New cover. That is the Relationship Guide, Tools to Ignite Love and Intimacy, the enhanced edition. That's available on Amazon, and there's links on my website as well. Okay, so I hope everybody has a terrific, you know what, make it a Freaky Friday in your relationship. Okay, enjoy it. You know what, enhance yourself, enhance your sexual identity, and own it. Go after it, people. Okay, so peace and love, and thank you as always for all, you know what, all the support and tuning in. You know what, much love to everybody out there. Thank you so much again. Take care. Have a good weekend, people.